So, this, of course, if you cannot tell, is Source Filmmaker. I've been wanting to record Source Filmmaker to learn, and you know, it's fun. I've been teaching myself. I watched like 2 tutorials just to kind of get like kind of how to do stuff, barely, and I know basically nothing. So I'm just gonna kind of show like what I've done so far, and if you see anything I can improve, kind of tell me what to do and how to improve it. So I'm just going to bring this down to, actually wait, this button right here that goes back single frames like that. So I'm going to get some good positions. Z is to go up, and if you press shift you can move your camera faster. Wait, okay, so this is right here. I also need to figure out how to slow and speed up frames, because sometimes it moves a tad too fast. Put this up here. Cannot tell. These are from Evangelion. There's the unit 0 right here, the unit 2, or wait, the unit 1, and here's the unit 2. I'm not going to do my camera now because it takes forever to set up, but I will at least show this. So, actually, I can probably just watch the left part, and I'll move this right screen or viewport. I'm gonna try to get multiple different perspectives. You don't want to just start screaming, because why not? For some reason the unit 1's legs are acting weird. I don't really know how to fix that completely. She gets domed, gets back up, and they'll push. Okay. So, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna kind of fix the camera angles. Ooh, that's a wall. This time I want this camera in this corner. Oh dear. Heck. Fix that. That should work. So, let's see how well this works this time. I'm just gonna try to like kind of fix the camera angles a little bit. Actually, wait, I can probably actually pull this down just to add a little bit more to this, or add a bit more viewage. Yeah. There's no audio because I've yet to figure out how to apply audio files to this. One thing I've noticed about Source Filmmaker and animation for this kind of thing is it's a lot of going back and forth to readjust frames. So like you record the base model, and then like if her foot is not touching the ground, you can go back and fix that. And it's just a lot of back and forth and readjusting. So far, this has taken me a day and a half to animate. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of slide back slowly with the frames. so you get a closer look kind of at the individual frames themselves. Hold up. I can actually move this over here. I wasn't sure what maps I had that would give enough space for these giant machines. These techno-organic machines, I guess. Because fun little trivia fact for Evangelion, the robots, these things are biologically female, and they have biological components. Oh dear, stop it. Oh, heck. Oh. Ah, frustration. There we go. Okay. Wait, did that part clip? Not too bad. Okay. I promise as soon as I can, or as soon as I can, like, kind of get myself up for it, I'll record some more Doom 2, but the last episode was just kind of nothing, so I've been a bit put off from that. You can kind of see the process. This is like very, very, very sped up. It took like an hour and a half just to get like a single punch. Or it took an hour just to like animate a single punch properly. And that punch that I animated didn't even record, or didn't record, but like for some reason it didn't capture it. Like it completely just missed it and it came out. Ugh. So I had to kind of reset back a lot. Yeah, you can tell like a lot of these, like for example right here, you can see the shoulder pauldron of the Unit 2 clipping through herself. Or the shoulder thing, the shoulder tower, I don't know what these are called exactly. And to fix that, I'm just going to kind of show an example. Just go in here, and left shoulder pad. Just kind of click that, lift that up, adjust it to your will. And right here, like another example on the Unit 1, her shoulder pauldron is also doing this. And what I found a bit odd is the Unit 1 has the cockpit hatch, or the entry plug hatch. Like here, let me adjust this. Oh dear. I don't have a mouse pad, so it's like just an issue sometimes. Right there. As you can tell from this, like I said, it is a lot of back and forth, readjusting small, minuscule things. And a lot of the times, you don't just fix one single frame, you have to go back through several frames and readjust. And see here, like, fix, come on. Right here, you can see the plug driven. And right here, plug 2, I'm just gonna kind of show. Right here, you have this hatch which slides back and up. Right here, second one. Oh yeah. This one just kind of swivels. That right there is where the entry plug is, and the entry plug houses the cockpit. So the Unit 1 has the cockpit equipment, like the whole setup, but the rest of these barrels do not. Like the Unit 0 right here, nothing. Absolutely nothing. This, shoulder. This all is just the knife, the equipment for the prog knife, and the same is on the Unit 2 right here. It has the like mold, but no like movement at all. So I think actually these models are from the first rebuild of Evangelion. Because I remember I think the Unit 0 was actually all this yellow was blue in Neon Genesis, which is the original. And it like the Evas themselves were much scrawnier in the original. Okay, so apparently sometimes the Evas, like, sometimes you can just fix a single frame and it works. It's like, here, let me show you. Like right here. Fix this shoulder. Next part, I think I'm gonna make this whole part series where I just animate and I show you guys the animation process and I ask you for tips and advice. But yeah, like right here, you can see the entry hatch, the entry plug. There we go. Yeah, you can see it just slowly close. Oh, I did that way wrong. That messes with me. Oh, stop. Actually, yesterday I built the HG Bale from Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. And that brings me to my question. Would you guys like a collection tour of all my Gundams? Because I have a decent collection. I have many, many Gundams. It's a bit of a problem, actually. An obsession. I built way too many and wasted way too much money on them. Let's see, like right here. You can literally kind of see the process of the animation in this. Like just recording, like setting one thing, going back, fixing it again, and then seeing another thing you messed up on, fixing that, and then when you fix that, you realize that the other thing you were just fixing was not properly fixed. Then you have to go back again, and it's just a lot of tea. But if you can enjoy it, then it's really fun. I think the plan with the animation, or not animation, but like my career kind of, is to learn my animation. Eventually, if I can, I'll get to like an art school, like college, that'll maybe send me to Japan and kind of turn a student visa into a working visa, and then from there a green card or immigration license. So I have no intention of staying in the US. So my frame rates are struggling right now. Ray Ainame, I believe. Oscar Langley, Soryu, and Shinji Ikari. Well, the rebuild name of Asuka is different. because they changed it for whatever reason. I'm not going to get into that. I understand basically none of the lore, but if you know the name, you know the stuff, awesome. Plus points to you for understanding even any of it. I feel like Evangelion is the inception of the anime world. Like, nobody completely fully understands the plot and story. And anybody who says they do is lying. I might be wrong, but you get my point. Yeah, this episode is going to be really tedious. Just watching me go back and forth, click a button a whole bunch. But this will kind of give you an idea of the process of animation. It's like people who do animation for like just a like FNAF animation, Five Nights at Freddy's, those old SFMs. If you're a FNAF kid that grew up with that, it just like you just gain respect for the people who did that. Like when I started this, I had no idea what I was doing, and my respect for them just shot up. It's like the difference between you drawing art versus seeing like Vincent van Gogh. There we go. Okay. And click this a whole bunch more times. Yeah, see now that shoulder pauldron is rotating it too fast. Oh. And then a tip for anyone getting into this, Control Z will reset the piece you just moved. Once again, rotating a tad too fast. Ooh, nope. Now it's dipped in, so I need to pull it up like that. Now I can start pulling it out again. And rotate it back. But now the head of the Unit 2 is not looking at the Unit 1. So I need to fix that again. Just one after another. No. What I do like about all these models, however, is that they do have the prog knife storage in their shoulders. It's like these. Here, I'm just gonna. Oh wait, no, wrong one. Cover. Oh, nope. Just that wrong again. Where is it? They don't technically open like that. They are supposed to open like, let me see if I can do this on this one. Nope, okay. Hold on. Now is the Unit 3, unit 2, still looking at her. One thing I have issues with quite a lot when animating is when they move, because obviously when you move you don't just kind of float, you move your legs. An issue I have is keeping their feet like fully planted on the floor. Obviously their toes have to kind of bend and flex, and that offers some maneuverability for that. It makes it a little bit easier, but I have a hard time making it look natural. Like sometimes they just look like they're floating. And a lot of this, like these dots right here, I'm not entirely sure what these are. I'm willing to bet I'm doing things in the most tedious way possible. I feel like there's a way that's like 2 trillion times easier, but you know what, I'm a beginner, I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, I tried to start on Blender, but my computer could not handle it. Now that shoulder's being weird again. Oh, 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 oh. So far, that's what a lot of this seems to be. Just one bit after another. Now the shoulder pad is moving awkwardly again. So you go in, adjust it. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, boo-boo. Eh. Oh. Well, I want to set this up, and then you can move it slowly. I think it's right here. What you can do is, oop, I want another camera. Right here, for example. Now you can move her head. That'll help with that. Yes, I know this is probably the most tedious thing you have ever seen aside from the last Doom video, but regardless, it is what it is. Oh wait, no, crap. Uh-oh, wrong piece. Ah, heckin' mouse. collar, shoulder, collar. No, come on. You've got this. Okay, this is irritating. Hold on. Ooh, can I actually? No, I cannot, apparently. What gets me is how people can like do this, but on a much larger scale for like Toy Story. Yeah, see right there, now shoulder pad is flexing awkwardly. So we need to move, yeah, stop it. Oh, there we go. Getting close, and adjust. Right there. You can get in and adjust it. Oh, nope, go back. As you can tell, these shoulder pads are irritating. I've actually built the real grade Unit 0. And I think it's the most fun I've ever had posing a model kit. It's a mostly solid build. It's got somewhat decent stickers. It's really posable. It looks fluid when posing. Okay, go back a handful of frames. Alright, there. There. Now this shoulder pad is clipping, so we need to adjust this one. And we can move this camera to the right about there. Here we just kind of pull it back in, and let's go back a handful of frames, maybe to about right there. And now this one is rotating awkwardly. Although, because this arm is all the way forward, this needs to be pulled back a whole bunch. As I've already stated, this is a lot of going back to readjust individual little frames. Go. How does the rest of this look? Need to readjust her shoulder now. Oh dear. No, wrong way. What's cool about these is every single one of these Avas is around the same size, but just by like their stature, like how they are standing, they look different. Like the Unit 1 is moving more and it's looking more imposing. Like it's looking more brutal, so it looks like it's bigger than the other ones, especially the Unit 0 right here, just because the Unit 0 is all crouched. Yeah, and see now I notice that the Unit 0's, the shoulder bell is being weird. So I'm going to have to adjust that. Am I using the model of the security breach Pizzaplex from FNAF? Totally. Do I care? Not really. It works for this, and it works pretty well actually. It kind of reminds me of Toy Story now that I think about it. Come on. another thing I've noticed is when animating, when you are focusing on moving one model, like right now, lately I've been focusing on moving the unit 1. Sometimes you forget to move the, like for example, the unit 2, and it makes the unit 2 look kind of static and weird. Like, so yeah, these two are completely interacting while she is over here, like staring off in space, kind of. So now you have to readjust her. Oh. Heck. Okay. There we go. Oh dear. Alright, well, let's see. I'm just going to pull over here. We're going to watch this recording one last time to kind of see how we fixed it. And then I think that'll be it for this episode. Then tomorrow I might record another one. So I want to pull this camera back, say here, so I can see both the unit 0 and the unit 1. Lower it, lower it, lower it. Maybe put it in this corner. And that'll work. Cool. Eventually, I think I'll like focus this screen, but I'll have to figure out how to adjust it to make it to where you can see all of the units, or all 3 properly, or well, I guess. So I think maybe put this one. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Stop it! Stop! Stop! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh no! It's all horrible! Horrible! Okay, now this one we're just gonna put over here. I think maybe pull back. There we go. Maybe right in front of this staircase thing. And we will start. So you can see, like right here, her feet are not fully planted. Why does stop? Okay, what? Hold on. There appears to be an issue. There we go. She struggles for a minute. And she screams for a full 15 seconds. Or something like that. Like that. 0 is spooked. Unit 2 is confused. She moves aggressively at the unit 0, is distracted by the unit 2. Gets absolutely domed. I could adjust that. Like, let's move back. So like, right here, what I could do is actually kind of connect the fist with her face, straighten out this arm, bend her so that she puts more of her waist into it, and that'll kind of like add weight to the punch, which has always bothered me about some animations, for like some fighting animations, and they're where the people are fighting and throwing punches, and they sound like the blows are hitting, but it doesn't really look like a lot of damage is being done. Because like it just kind of looks like they're throwing their fist instead of pushing it into their head. Because as my dad taught me, when you're fighting a person and you're punching someone in the face, you need to not aim for your face. You need to aim for behind their head. So if you just kind of push or put your fist in their face, it'll hurt, but it won't do much damage. It'll just kind of surprise them. But if you actually push your fist back, it'll like rock their head and kind of stun them. Fighting advice: don't fight. Bad idea. Unless you're defending yourself or someone else. That whole thing. I do not condone the use of violence unless it is in the use of protection. Alright. That's going to do that for that video. Good, 42 minutes of footage? 45, something like that? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. And that'll be that for now. I will see you guys later. Stay happy, stay humble.